Hey guys, how's it going? So, we have the anniversary third third anniversary celebration. Words, Nu Gundam, Sazabi, they're here, finally. First is going to be the new on the first week, that is coming this Wednesday, and then the next week from there on the next update will be the Sazabi. Now, if you can see here, yes, they are 4 stars. So they're implementing 4-star rarity suits now, which is kind of interesting. I'm really curious to see the drop rates and stuff. We can get more into that here in a second. But yeah, they're finally here. We're going to look through everything. There's a lot to cover. Actually, when I was going to clip things. The reason why this video was so late is when I was doing a take of it, I accidentally kind of fell asleep when I paused too long and just kind of crashed. But whoops. Anyway, here we go into the new and the Sazabi. Let's see. So, you have up here in the skills, it's got a high spec counter program and emergency defense system. Now, the only thing I can tell from the emergency defense system and other boosting, securing artillery damage resistance can also be enforced. So the question there is, reduce the damage taken when countering attack. So, what I'm guessing is sometimes I'll get a counter off, but I still take the damage. Or even like I get a tackle. I don't know if that's just for the tackle or what it is, but you tend to take some damage sometimes. So I hope this helps prevent that when it happens, or when you get a counter, you actually get the full counter and you don't take as much damage or very little. Then it talks about having some resistance there for artillery. Hopefully that's enough to protect you if you countered somebody in artillery maybe, and then you can get away with doing that, maybe tackling yourself afterwards again, or dodge rolling without taking much damage at all. Now the special counter, what it has here is when you get to low health and the psycho frame activates, both suits have this, you then get a super counter. So before it's a kick and then it's a punch. You get to do the punch. It's really cool. The Nu and the Sazabi both have a really cool special counter when you get to that threshold and pop the psycho frame. Okay, so going into the Nu, it has actually a lot of weapons. We'll go ahead and watch this here. Hopefully this loads up pretty quick. There we go. Oh yeah, they have a new thing. We'll turn it down a little bit, but now I guess this is how they're going to do all the new arrivals. That looks really cool, and then the rest of it's still the same. It's got Vulcans, it's got the beam there and the shield. Yes, we have the pyramid. Like the leak said, no pyramid, but they put the pyramid in for the shield defense. And after it, pretty much you activate it and it runs down the energy from it, and then it has to overheat, and reload essentially. So when you get hit, that actually goes faster. I can't tell if it's damage based because they showed them getting hit by lasers, or if it's like stagger buildup based, because then the MLRS with the Vulcans actually took the shield out really quick. So let's go back through that again, look at it just a little bit. So the funnels, it does have the funnels. It has the beam there in the shield. It also has the missiles in the shield. Vulcans act like MLRS Vulcans. Also, that beam rifle fully charges or shoots kind of like the Command Gelgu Marine Commander. It shoots kind of like that rifle. It's about like 5-shot burst, looks like, or even a Gabera Tetra. Looks like it stuns about the same from what I can tell in the video. Actually, its beam saber has a, there we go, there's the punch and stuff. The beam saber itself kind of has a slash across for a neutral, which is kind of interesting. It's very wide swinging. Overall, pretty cool as far as the suit itself. I'm really curious to know how clutch the defense is going to be, and also they showed off a skill that was level 3 evasion system. Does this mean we're getting 3 dodge rolls, or does this mean right now currently I think the dodge roll, it takes up like 80%, then you can do it again, or it's like 90%, then you can do it again? Is this just like 70%, 60%? How close are we getting to that 50%? And how long do you have to wait till you can do another dodge roll and then get 3 out of it is going to be the big question there. The reason why I point that out is right now the Sazabi looks like it's kind of the better suit. I am a big Nu fan. I've got, one Nu. I've got another Nu. All this comes off and it's just another Nu. But like I've got, oh yeah, and the Nu has the bazooka as well. So that'll be a thing in game. You can get the bazooka as a main weapon. It would be cool if it was just a sub weapon because, I mean, there it is on the back right there. But anyway, I guess they didn't do anything too crazy with 4 stars, having like maybe 2 main weapons or anything that you could extra customize there being 4 stars. I really feel like they could have pushed into 700 as this new thing and kind of just gapped off like 650 as, an end of an era kind of thing. But they started giving us those banners, baiting for tokens, and they came out with these, and these are huge. Honestly, I think both of these will completely replace anything that could possibly be used right now in 700. Maybe just having a support so that you have some kind of radar, and that's about it. Other than that, I don't see raids happening. I feel like this is QBLA meta all over again, where raid life at 700 is going to be non-existent. So, looking at the Sazabi, why do I think it's better? Well, it does only have one dodge roll, but it has follow funnels, it has side funnels, it has 2 different shotguns that can be fired multiple times, and one is on heat because it is its main beam rifle. Yes, its main beam rifle is a shotgun beam rifle. It can also be charged to what looks like it pierces, but is a shotgun beam rifle. The follow funnels seem to be very good. The swings with the beam sabers are good. It has kind of a striker thing going on because it also has dual beam sabers, and you can do downswing, downswing, downswing. You can do shotguns. You got the chest shotgun, which is ridiculous. And overall, it just seems to have much higher burst and just straight damage output. The question is going to be then, what are their health? So for effective HP is the real question. So for the Nu, we have 20,000 base health, and for the Sazabi in the stream we saw 21,000. Depending on what the rest of the stats are is going to determine which one really kind of edges out, because having not only the chest shotgun that you can fire on the move, but it's kind of like it's a super version of essentially the Dovenwolf's shotgun, and it is kind of ridiculous. Like we're talking half healthing a Gabera Tetra from the video. It was close. It was some huge chunk. I was like, whoa, that thing just got deleted. So that video, by the way, is up on YouTube, so check that out as well if you want to see the full thing with me and Gustav on a downtime on the battlefield, going through and looking at all the stuff that they showed. Also, well, as far as the suits go, I guess one last thing. I definitely want to get both. I'm a big Nu fan. I really hope that the defensive and maneuverability of the Nu is going to kind of outweigh the Sazabi, because the Sazabi is a little bit bigger as far as being wide. It's a little bit easier target, but that shield is actually pretty decent coverage from what I can tell. But this one is too. So we'll have to see how that goes. These suits are huge though. Like going up next to the MLRS in the video that they showed off, it was funny watching that. Overall though, 2 really good suits. I don't think we're going to have a complete double Zeta situation. I feel like this is more of a GPO1 and a Stamen situation where, maybe a buff puts this one above and then we might go back and forth kind of thing as the GPO1 and the Stamen have done. Moving on though, lots more crazy hype here with this. 80 free consecutive boxes. Now, the way they're doing this is the GBO days will have 10 boxes per day. So make sure you get on, and each set of 10 will have a guaranteed 3-star. Also, each week will have a set of 10 and a guaranteed 3-star. So total, you get 80 boxes and 8 3-stars out of those 80 boxes. Again, though, this is the entire pool of suits. So, yeah, with all mobile suits or equipment, that's any kind of weapon, all the weapons. There's a lot of crappy 1-stars and 2-star weapons and things that you will just probably get even 3-star weapons. And there's nothing specific, so it's going to be random, and most likely you're going to get a weapon or some kind of dupe if you've been playing long at all. Now, if you're a new player, this is fantastic. Congrats. This is actually an amazing event for that. Now, back to the new stuff. Well, the new Gundam banner, new stuff. Anyway, they have now a 7 step up. You know, the funny thing is we joked about it being a 4-star on the podcast, and then we actually talked about maybe having a guarantee for some of these suits. It would be really cool. Well, they finally did it. Now, if you've been saving tokens, it's not the worst thing with 7 steps, because the first one is half off, which is cool. But if you were to do all of these steps, it is a total of 195 tokens, giving a total of 390 as the full amount to get both if they're doing a step up for the Sazabi, just like the new, which they say they are doing a banner. I guess we can scroll down this real quick and show the rest of it. Okay, well, there's new PVE stuff. Let's talk about the new banner first, and then we'll kind of backtrack and then continue. Actually, we'll do the next banner too. So, we have the new with the half off. Then you get 50 of the new 4-star mechanic tickets and enhancement tickets, and then you get 50 of the repair kits in the next one. Then you have a increased drop rate. Now, the thing with these increased drop rates is 2 times of nothing is still pretty much nothing. So 2 times, we've seen 5 times for 3 stars and not get a single 3-star. So in this case, I'm not expecting step 4 through step 6 to really do anything for your chances of getting a 4-star if it's going to be less than a 3-star, and I'm assuming it will be. Now, you do get 100 of the new tickets and kits for step 5 and 6, and then you get a guaranteed new on 7 with the new Hyper Bazooka. So the Nu Gundam Hyper Bazooka will be a guarantee there, which is kind of cool. So you get all of it right there in one go that you need to play the suit. Now, overall, this banner is kind of cool that they have it. The problem is if you weren't planning for these tokens, yes, they're trying to make money, they're trying to get people to spend more tokens, but it would be nice to hear about this a little bit earlier. That way people could plan. I've been saying they're going to do some kind of step up where you get guaranteed new suits. I just wasn't expecting it to be this and the Sazabi only, and from what I can tell, that's going to be it. So these are the 2 that you were saving for if you were saving. Right now, I can definitely get one, but I might not be able to get the other where I haven't saved enough. I think I'm going to be short about 20 to 40 tokens, and you know, if I don't get it, then rip. But I'm definitely going to try with every token I got, all 340-ish, 350-ish, to get both the new and the Sazabi. The downside is, if I don't get the new early, then I'm probably not going to get to roll for whatever the support is that comes out, and that's kind of the only thing that I'm going to be disappointed in. But I love these 2 suits, so I'm definitely going to get them. Who knows, maybe I end up being a general player at 700 cost now. But anyway, overall, really cool that they're doing the guaranteed thing. Personally, I'd prefer 5 or 6 being the guarantee, but hey, on a suit this big, I guess I kind of can understand. And on anniversary, it is one of those things that there are people who save, and I've been saying save for a long time. So I do get the 7 step up. If you haven't, or you got baited, it's definitely going to feel bad. Now, let's look at this next banner though, because if you don't have as many tokens and you need certain suits, this is actually a really good 72-hour limited step up. So this one, it's kind of like what they've done in the past. Step 1, you get one of 4 suits as the last box in these step ups. I believe it's a guaranteed, this one's half off, and then you just get one of the suits in it as, I think, the 10th drop. But we have the Zero Shiki, the Gallus J, the Jarja, and the Rigelgu. All level 1, all 500 cost except for the Shiki Zero. It's 550, and they're all really decent suits, or good. The Jarja definitely being a top tier suit, and the Shiki being a top tier suit. Gallus J definitely can hold its own and do really good work. It's definitely more on the decent side. and just being good enough and about average is the Rigelgu. Now, I like playing the Rigelgu myself more than some of the others there. I definitely want the Shiki, and I'm going to be doing the half-off spin if I can get the tokens for it, and maybe, you know, if I get lucky and get the new early, then I'll definitely do the half-off just to see what I get, and see if I can get a 0 Shiki. Moving on, though, to the second step up here in this one. The second step, sorry. The Dovenwolf, the 0 Shiki Type 2, the Rick Diaz 2, and the Dryson level 1. We all know how annoying it is to play against the Dryson. Rick Diaz 2 at 600 is one of my favorite. Might arguably not be as much close to the best, but I still think it's one of the best. We're definitely top 3 raids still, maybe top 2. And the Dovenwolf is amazing for ranged, being at 600. It is definitely one of the best ranged generals you can get. Now, the Shiki 0, sadly, as much as I love supports, they kind of shafted Amuro's suit here, and it's definitely not as good. Moving on to a broken picture here in step 3. Dija, the Shard Dija, the Toads Rider, the O, and was it the... Did they put the Gaymok in? I cannot remember what they put for the support. But I want to remember that everything here was very solid. I am going to go and... Actually, I can go here and check to see what that step up says. But I know the Dija, the O, and the Toads Rider are definitely there. Really good suits. Step 3 is amazing. I just want to remember that... Oh, it was the HML. Okay, even better, really. Top tier suits for sure in that third step. So if you have enough for it and you need any like high number of these suits, this is a very good 72-hour step up. I'm actually a fan of what they chose for this one. I know last time I was kind of like, what are they doing with a lot of these? Because it was like, there's one good one here, one good one there, and then the third one was like maybe 1 or 2. So this time, really well done on the 72-hour. Now, before we get into the token rewards, let's go back and we'll start going down the list of other stuff. So PVE. So hopefully you've got your PVE stuff done. If not, get that done as soon as possible. PVE stuff will be swapped, and if you don't have the current tokens and stuff rewards, this is your last chance before the update, and as soon as the update, it'll be replaced, and there'll be another set of like 9 tokens and whatever else for second and third thing that they have for you to get, and they're replacing them all, I believe. They showed the trial and they showed the boss fight, so that's going to be really cool. Definitely looking forward to doing that. We talked about that. We talked about these. Moving in, okay, this is actually perfect for the rest of the banners. So, the Sazabi, we're guessing it's the same thing as the Nu. We're just going to assume that and save your tokens. Now, the cool thing about this is the third and the fourth, in my opinion, are trash, unless you're a new player for the third. Or, if you didn't get the Sazabi or the Nu, you get at least 1, maybe 2 chances on the third step if you have enough tokens. I mean, if you did have enough tokens, like say you did the 72-hour, you can do the third probably and get a few good spins. Now the question is what is the pool that it's going to be pulling from? So the third step apparently is a 50 off sale. All supply drop will be 50% off in the campaign. So it's an entire step up of 50% off 10 spins, which is really cool. I just want to know what the pool of suits is, but it says mainly for new and returning pilots, meaning it's probably going to be all. So, oops. I'm guessing that's what that all supply drop, but that, I mean, it's the supply drop in general, but mainly new and returning players is what they recommend for that one. I mean, overall, if I have some tokens, I might do it, but there you go. And then the last one, I'm not really interested in it too much. It's a unobtained 2-star on step 3 and unobtained 3-star on step 4. They don't really have anything else there, and that's kind of it. I mean, it's definitely front loaded as far as the first 2 weeks as to the like step ups that are really awesome. And unlike last year, we don't get a step up with 2 new suits that are only obtainable through the step up. So I guess that's a positive, really, because I don't really care for that too much. I really think if they're going to put a suit in, it should just be in the lottery anyway, that, you know, you could get them guaranteed by doing step 4 and 5 for like the BSTs, is the ones I'm specifically referencing from last year. And now the BSTs got buffed after that. So, you know, the Unit 4 is actually really good. Unit 5 still could use some work, but overall, still a solid suit. When they first came out, they were meh. And trying them out, it was like, well, don't waste your tokens. But then they got buffed, so it was like, well, you should have wasted your tokens. So it's really awkward when they do that. Looking back at the first anniversary, we had the GPO-1FB, which was one of the most overpowered spacesuits, or, well, the most overpowered spacesuit we had. And it literally dominated everything for almost... It still is amazing. So yeah, there you go. I don't think it's ever been nerfed at all. Anyway, moving on, though, to the box rewards. So essentially what's going to happen is if you've played for 100 plus days, you'll get a bonus bronze. If you played for 300 plus, you get a bonus silver. And if you played for 600 plus days, you get a bonus gold. So they're doing their first one for the first week. Essentially looks like weeks, so the 5th and the 8th. So yeah, they're doing these in these segments. You get 39 tokens. Then you get 6 mobile suits. Then you get enhancement for the hangar. And then you get custom parts. Now, each one of these, you'll get a extra bonus on top of that. So let's go ahead and look through those now, and then we'll get to the next thing. So the first one here being the 39 tokens. Well, the way the rest of them are set up, you get bronze, silver, and gold, essentially. Well, the gold has 3. So in this case, you're 15 plus 15 and then plus 15 is how they're doing it. I've seen some people typing that it should be the 15 plus the 30, then plus 45. But it's literally 15 3 times. That's why it's 45. So you get 45 bonus tokens if you've played for 600 days plus. You can check this by going in to the hardware menu, database, play data, and basic data, and it's there pretty close to the top. And you can see how many days you've logged in and how many days you've logged in, like in a row, actually, which is kind of interesting. So then we have 84 total tokens that you can get that on the first day, essentially, which kind of makes me want to not log in until later because I kind of want the platinum medal as soon as possible. But oh well, I'll go ahead and get those, and I'll save for other stuff at the beginning of the month and then pick up clan rewards. So there's still a lot of tokens you can get in other ways, and if I do spend any money, because they might have a half off set of 60 tokens, essentially you get 2 spins for the price of 1, is what they're doing in Japan at least. Hopefully we get that too, and then I might just do that at the beginning of the month. But other than that, I'm not going to be accepting my clan rewards and any extra suits that are given out. I'm not going to accept those till the beginning of the month so I can get the platinum as soon as possible. Also, with all of this, on Wednesday we should have a big set of patch notes, so I will probably not be covering a lot of this again. I'll skim through it, and then we'll probably hit the patch notes more than anything, if they do a full set of patch notes. Moving on, though, that's the token one. So, really cool, up to 84 tokens, really nice. Looking forward to that. Next, they're giving out 6 suits. So, they're doing 2 generals, 2 raids, and 2 supports. Overall, pretty cool. They're giving out a Zeta Gundam, which is actually really awesome. Top tier suit. The GM3 level 1. All of these are level 1, by the way. Then they have the Gaplant. They have the Desert Goog. Not probably the most exciting raids that I'd say they would give out, but still really cool. And I'm curious to know if these are going to be like put in as, and which I don't think it is, but they should put these as the suits that new players just get from the get-go now as well. Unless I've missed something here. If I have, let me know in the comments, please. But then the supports is the Full Armor 7th and the G-Line Full Custom. Definitely a really good support with the Full Custom. The 7th is really good at its base cost, so not the worst there. But, I mean, the 7th, in my opinion, still needs a buff. So really, the big winner here is the GM3 and the Zeta for generals. Definitely 2 really good suits. Now, I will say, though, the Full Custom is actually really good. It is definitely top tier, and the Gelgoog and Gaplant have been buffed significantly. So they've definitely improved. I just think at both of their cost, there is better suits that you could play for sure. Then for the bonus, if you've played 100 days, you get a detector. If you've played 300 days, you get the detector and a close combat GM3. If you've played for 600 plus days, you get the detector, close combat, and the Kapul. Next, we have the hanger stuff. And in this, it's pretty much the same thing they did last year. I think we just get more DP, 200 of each of the tickets and modification kits, up to 3-star though, which is kind of disappointing that they wouldn't just give some 4 stars out with the event. Then you get a powered up hanger campaign, and again, also sadly for me, I thought that the essentially getting 2 times every time you do a set of or a hanger enhancement, it would be 2 times. So if you just got a success, that's 200. A great success, 400, and a howling success, that would be 600. Well, what they're doing now is you got 3 times chance at getting the great success, I believe. I don't know about the howling success. I think it's just for great. And then you get a dupe in a box. You just get 3 times the enhancement points. Now, the dupe in the box thing is actually really cool. I just wish they actually buffed the hanger part, which I feel like the 2 times is better than a 3 times chance at a greater success. But this is the time, I guess, to spend your tickets if you've been saving them up. I've been saving them up because I figured it would essentially be a half off, or well, the 2 times thing, which is pretty much the same thing. But, you know, still not bad. Definitely going to burn through them and see what I can get upgraded this time around. And I was really hoping we'd get a discount price for, you know, the DP cost for using the modification kits, because I got like 6,000 to 8,000 right now, something around there, of the gold ones that I pretty much can't use because I don't have enough money. Anyway, for the bronze, silver, and gold, you get 25, 50, and then 75. Now this one, you actually get them all combined for a total of 150 tickets and kits if you get the gold one. If you get bronze, it's only 25. If you get silver, you get 75 total, and then again 150 if you've played more than 600 days. That's 75 for 300 plus days, and that's 25 for 100 days. Another thing that I kind of wanted to mention early on, they do mention this. They'll add 1 day essentially when you log in. Now the question is does this keep accumulating, and they'll just add 1 day when you log in the next day after reset, so that if you're like, say, 7 days right now from being at 600, in 6 days you hit 600, and then if whatever bonus is going on, you would then get an upgraded crate. Hopefully that's what they're doing. If not, that's going to be really disappointing. And, you know, I should have saved it for the end of this, but yeah, that's going to be the real disappointing thing, is if you can't get one of these just because as of right now you're missing it by just, you know, if Wednesday would put you at 98 and then you're too late, and then you're not even at 99 for reset, or rather I guess Thursday at that point would be 98, and then you can't get it because, yeah, that would be odd. Hopefully it's, you know, they keep checking each day, and if you hit it within that period of like those 5 or 6 days, then you can actually get it then. So, moving on though, for the parts, they're actually giving out some cool parts here. For newer players, this is fantastic. All level 3 of the armor parts, level 3 of both the firing program and the melee program. Fantastic. They should just be giving these out to new players just day 1, period. But anyway, the bonus that you get though, other than that, if you've 100 days or more, you get the leg armor level 2, which kind of okay. I mean, I think you can buy that for pretty cheap anyway. I mean, maybe I'm crazy and you can't, but yeah, that one's kind of okay, sure, whatever. Definitely though, these days at higher cost, it is definitely something you can use though, at the very least. Then you got thruster control level 2, which also is something that I'm like, I know they buffed it, but yeah, they should just go ahead and, you know, that should be, some people could just buy that. Like, that's, you know, that's a little weird. But here we go in gold though, which again, 600 plus days. You get the new model frame level 3, which I don't have, so I'll definitely be happy to get that. But again, it's 600 plus days, so everybody else kind of gets, meh stuff that I think you can buy pretty cheap. So yeah, that one's a little odd. That one was really odd. And again, hopefully, if you get the right amount of days in the period when it's going on, that you get that. I wish you could get all of the tokens and stuff from the first week, but I doubt they'll do that. I think it's going to be you get whatever you get while that event's going on. So after the first week, it'll then go to whatever the other one was, the suits, and then the tokens will just be gone at that point. So I'm guessing that's how it's going to work, and I kind of hope that's at least how it works. It'd be really cool if it goes all the way retroactive for the rewards during the event. But anyway, moving on. I know we've got a lot to cover here, and I just saw the time. Wow, this is actually longer than I expected. So here we go. Moving into the suit that they're giving out, the Nero. This is going to be the first suit they're giving out, by the way. Because they're also giving out the full armor Slave Wraith. So the leak is just the second new suit. So you got the first period up until the 11th, and then the second period will be from the 12th. And you can get 2 sets of missions. These will include getting some 4-star tickets, which I'm glad they're giving some out somewhere. Really cool camo in that green. Yes, please. I don't think that's the base color, but I'm going to probably try that camo with my colors. That looks really cool. Then they have the Torrington base Mobile Suit Company logo that you can get, and 100,000 DP. Yes, please. And the same thing with the full armor Slave Wraith, other than getting the Night Jaeger symbol and having a different pattern. But everything else is pretty much the same rewards-wise. Now, the full armor Slave Wraith is a support 400 cost, ground only. You do have the false beacon or the fake beacon so that you show up as a teammate to your enemies, and you have, looks from what we can tell, everything. They even had something over the shoulder shooting with missiles. So yeah, this thing has bullets coming from down here, or like from the shield or whatever, from its one shoulder, the Gatling on the other shoulder, and the beam was going in the picture that, well, this right here, actually, never mind, this. So yeah, there's something going on there. Oh, maybe not something coming from the shield. Maybe that's just the missiles from the missile pack, actually. So maybe the shield's not doing anything extra. But if anything, it looks like you got the beam, you got the Gatling, and you got the missile pack. It would be really cool if you could fire them all at the same time, like in that picture. But hey, I doubt they're going to do that. But really cool to get another intensifying suit that I can definitely play as a support main. Let's go. Now, for general, this actually looks pretty cool. Like, it has its own beam rifle. It kind of mentions about charging here, which was a little weird. I think it's just mentioning the beam rifle can charge, and it's got a beam saber with a flash grenade as a secondary weapon. And then it looks like it has the missiles in the shield, like the Jigen shield does. So, pretty cool. Or I guess even the... Wait, no, it's the Jigen, right? Yeah. So yeah, really cool. We're getting the Nero. We're getting the full armor Slave Wraith. 450 cost for the Nero, 400 for the Slave Wraith. Go get them. Hopefully the challenges aren't too long as far as... I mean, this one looks like it's pretty easy to get. So I'll definitely be farming this that night and trying it out. And probably throwing some kind of video up that night. And I'll hopefully add that. Or actually, it'll probably be the next morning because I'll be probably streaming all night. And that brings us to the last bit of stuff. For some reason, this picture is way off. But it is the new and returning player thing where you get 5 times the XP and CP. And this time they're doing 10 times the DP. And that results from the dailies being a 15 times DP reward. Also, though, if you are a newer returning player, returning is you haven't played for 45 days or more, will be considered a returning pilot. And what's kind of interesting, though, those who have not logged in for 45 days or more, if you came back like today and the anniversary happens in 2 days, do you get this? Because at that point, I would still say you're a returning player. So hopefully that status stays for a while. I know you'll see the new or returning player sometimes just in a lobby. So I don't know how long that actually lasts when it happens. I'm guessing it's this 14-day that you get this status. And so if you've just now come back, I think the way it works, I'm guessing here, I don't know, but that you will have 14 days to go ahead and take advantage of this. So, if you're new or returning, this is definitely good for new, and then if you're returning, there's some good stuff here too. And by the way, if you need to level up your actual rank, just on a 3 times bonus, a friend of mine got, this was way back in the day when it was harder to get bonuses. A friend of mine got from like, was it corporal to like master sergeant, almost to ensign, I think, or maybe actually made it to ensign. So yeah, it's definitely doable with the grind. And lastly, I didn't bring it up, but let's go through a couple of things here. 30% off the limited, the ticket shop and the DP store for, let's see, do we have the actual, or is it just the entire event? It might just be the entire event, 30% off. That's amazing. So I don't know where it, I don't see a date here, but yeah, that's going to be a thing going on either the entire event or sometime during it. Stay, like, just look in when you log in, and I'm sure they'll have something up for that. Then here's this half off or lowered price token sale for the store. Looks like it's here on the NA translation, and we might get it too. Thing is, clicking all these normally brings up a JP thing, so I don't know. We'll have to see. And then this is where they messed up with the picture. And then clan rewards. So if you're in a clan, if you're not in a clan, get in one, because the first 5 times you level up with the clan that you're in, you will get 5 times the tokens and 5 times the DP, giving you a total of 25 tokens and 250,000 DP when you level up. Also, this is definitely a good time to be leveling up, because if you need more tokens to spend on these 2 suits, it's going to be the easiest, most consistent way to do it. It's a lot of grinding from a lot of people, but get in there, start grinding, help each other out to get as many spins as you can on these awesome suits. But anyway, guys, here's the oh, they also have a new opening thing that got extended. I'm guessing it's in the game too. It'll be an extended animation, so like if you sit on the start screen, it looked really cool. They did it in the stream. Again, if you want to check out the stream, we went ahead and was watching it at the same time, me and Gustav, on a downtime on the battlefield this morning. So go check that out as well. I'll try to link it in the description if I can get to that or remember to, but it is on the YouTube channel. And anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Let me know what you think about this crazy event. Honestly, there's a lot here. It feels very front-loaded, though, so I feel like after the 3rd week, I'm going to be like, man, this kind of is lackluster and feels awkward. Because that's when the hangar stuff hits, and I'll probably just burn through all my stuff, and then I'll be done with the anniversary in 3 weeks. Whereas I feel like last time, yes, there was kind of mess stuff, but it went on for like 5 weeks, and it was just seemed to kept going. So it's going to be interesting to see how people react to something that's, I feel like, is going to be front-loaded with excitement and then have a fall-off. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, again, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Let me know in the comments what you think about all of this craziness. I just repeated myself, I just realized. But yeah, Twitch, Twitter, Discord in the description, the usual stuff. I will be streaming this on Wednesday night, pretty much doing an all-nighter if I can make it that long. I'm going to try. I've actually got to be up. I just found out most of Wednesday day itself, so we'll see if I can make it. If not, I'll probably do a lot on Thursday before the podcast, and then probably a lot after. Definitely going to be trying for these suits. But yeah, guys, good luck getting both of these, and good luck getting anything else that you want during this event. I also hope we get the Yagdoga custom, the quest one, because I think that'll be the support. That is my guess. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace!